And hello everyone, welcome back to Skyllian Rogues. What was it again? Tales from Home, Paragon Lost. We only have 4 players here today, but as per the policy, 4 is the majority. So the story shall continue. But before we continue, first, just want to show you guys this. You guys, I should have preloaded this, but
it's okay. You only had a week to do this. It's okay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Damn it. Damn it, now you can't see it now for some reason. Really, I can do this. I can do this. Just add vision like so. Voila. Yeah.
However, I'm still loading it.
God damn it. But yeah, no, just.
Oh, stream. There we go. Whoa.
Yeah. So we've got kind of figured out how Fog of the War works, so you'll be able to see a little bit of the map now. Full map.
How did you do that?
It's Foundry, so it's mods. There's a mod for everything.
Share that with me. That looks amazing.
Will do. But yeah, so without further ado, because we have enough ado already, let us start with... Hello everyone, welcome to Lost in the Moment. Would everybody go ahead and roll me a D100 and we shall see who goes first.
Speaker.
Oh yeah, who rolled that? It's white. So that's Aina. That's Aina. Oh, is it you? What?
No.
Aurora. I see. I am very because the picture does not have a border. I'm like, oh what? Yes. That's Aina. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, that's Aina. Alright. Oh, it's white. White is correct. Okay.
Now I see why we do the thing.
Bye. Yeah, exactly. And wait, what is the second? Astrid.
Because my mouse double clicks.
We need to buy you a new mouse.
Yeah.
They're not that expensive.
We'll send you a mouse.
This one was like $80.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
That's more than I've ever spent on
mice. Alright, I'll take the first one you roll. I will flip a coin. I rolled a 2.
29, 39, 49.
Which means higher will go first, which means first one will be Vi, followed by, I think the pink is not Aina, Bree, that's it, followed by Aurora, and finally Astrid. Alright. Wait, if I recall the question. Oh, no, not quite. Okay, alright, so it's fine. So, why? The question's not exactly, exactly perfectly fitting with you, but I feel like it's a good question for you, because I don't think we've gotten to know your family much. So my question for you today is, which family member are you closest with? Oh?
Had to think about that one for just a little bit. Probably one of my older relatives. As I very quickly look through my backstory to find
see if there's a name written down somewhere very quickly. I'm assuming everybody's immediately opening the Google Docs like,
yeah, so that would be my Auntie Agnieszka.
Auntie Agnieszka, alright. Is there a reason why you're close to her? Is it she's the one like taking care of you or something?
Not so much. I believe she was a great auntie, but she lived in the next house over and we took care of her. She wasn't doing well for a long time, and everybody would take it in turns to bring food and help great uncle and sit with her, but she had a lot of old stories,
Mm-hmm.
and she had a spoon that our great ever so great grandmother Agneta had managed to grab when our family left old home a long time ago when the beast from far beyond came.
Ah, I see. So like it's more like you got closer because you were taking care of her a lot. Is that it?
And for a long time, she remembered the old stories, even when she didn't remember who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked the old stories.
I see. You spent some
And I was just,
time listening to the stories and everything.
yeah, and I was just always fascinated with the one thing ever so great grandmother had managed to save, and we kept a hold of it all through the generations.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye. Next in order is Bree. What about you, Bree? Which family member are you closest with?
I rolled a 39.
Right? Yeah, 39, 29, and then 12.
Astro rolled a 49.
12. That's 2D100.
Oh, okay. Um, well, do you mean surviving or
No, not necessarily surviving. Just someone you are close with.
okay, would you like in total or recently?
Let's go with in total. That sounds good.
Well, then I really only have my grandma.
Your grandma, the one that don't like you go adventuring?
No, you mistook me for
Aurora's grandma.
Aurora.
Okay, your grandma
My
who
grandma
really like
wants
you with the
me.
adventure. I see.
Yeah.
And you're okay with her pushing you to go out and do adventure stuff and everything? Is that something that you liked, or is it felt more forced?
Well, I mean, if I had a choice, I would say no, not really back then.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess my grandma really doesn't have anyone else but me, you know? So it's
I
also part
mean,
of the reason I didn't really want to go. But
okay.
she also said that it would mean a lot for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I went, kind of. Well, that and also because, my mom and dad also told me to. Shepa told me to. So it feels like I have to go. So I'm here.
Feels like it's your destiny. How does it feel leaving home, leaving grandma by herself?
Mm, not so great,
Have you been
I guess.
contacting her?
Well, no, because I didn't know how. But
Ah,
now I do.
uh-huh.
Except, this whole spell casting thing it's kind of new to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if we could spare some resources, I could contact her, but
Gotcha. Fair enough, fair enough. You're new to this whole magic business after all.
I am. It's a thing to really understand. I'm trying. I'm
Gotcha.
still learning and trying to really remember all the spells that I know, you know, like
I know. I
we
understand.
we established the last time.
Alright,
Uh,
alright. Okay, thank you very much, Bree. Next in order is Aurora. What about you, Aurora? Which family member are you closest with? Closest to?
None, I suppose.
None?
I don't have any close family members anymore. They're either annoying or have abandoned us or have died.
Okay. So, like right now, you don't have parent, sibling, anything?
I was an only child. I
Okay.
don't know my father. According to village rumor, I don't have a father.
Oh.
My grandma is dead, and I haven't seen my mom in a few years, so That kind of
But
narrows it down.
okay, but were you close to any of them, or they were not close to you to begin with?
I was very close to my grandmother.
All right, all right. And this is the
We
one
had
that.
our differences, but
Uh-huh. Oh, so even then, you're still kind of like close to her, even though she doesn't let you to go far.
of course, maybe it's just her nature, or maybe it's because she's the only person I've ever really known.
Mm. Okay.
But family is overrated anyway. This way I'm true to my true self, whatever that means.
What do you mean? Be true to your true self? You like being alone?
Yes, I thought that adding whatever that means at the end means I'm also unsure of it, but yes.
Fair. All right. Thank you very much, Aurora. And finally, Astrid. What about you, Astrid? I know you've left home a long time, but which family member are you closest with?
Can I say both my parents?
Both? But do you not have any siblings or even a favorite parent that you hang out more?
No, I don't have any siblings, and
Ah.
I've spent a majority of my time with both of my parents equally.
All right, fair enough.
But if I had to pick, I would say my dad because he's really fluffy.
You hear that, Astrid's dad? You're the favorite. Dude, with that information, what you will. Okay, sorry. Because he's
It's
really
only because we couldn't keep pets when I was growing up, so he was the closest thing I had.
Whoa.
You like your dad more because he's like a pet. He's fluffy.
Yeah, he was very fluffy and warm. So he kept me warm on cold winter nights.
Ah, that's so sweet. All right. So your dad's the tabaxi and your mom's the human, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Okay.
That's
okay.
right.
So, any particular activities you guys like to do together as a family, really?
We did everything together. We went hunting, we went fishing, we would go camping.
Wow.
We
All
would
right.
go on adventures.
So, you're just like tight. Everything you do is with the family and everything.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, no notes then, I guess. All right. Thank you very much, Astrid. And that is everyone in the party. So, we're going to stop here for now. Thank you very much, everybody, for answering my question. Let's get back to reality and deal with, whatever the party's going to do now, since you guys are on the other side of the wall. Let's bring you back. All right. As usual, I'm going to start with last session. Last session, you guys... Where is it? This one. There you go. Last session, you guys spent a little bit more time at the hot spring, getting to know each other a little bit. If I recall, you talked about Aurora's journey, how she got here. We talked about Jack's a little bit as well. But after taking a rest there, you guys decided to push southwards to see what's there. That's when you guys met a couple of undead-like trolls guarding the bridge, as well as a secret bunker with no way to get inside. You guys tried to check out where the bridge intersects with the river to see if there's any way through. However, seeing that the place is guarded by those undead-like guards, you guys decided to find another route. So after going as south as you can, you guys attempted to climb over the wall and cross. And you guys were immediately soon met with a veritable army of undead-like guards trying to slow you down. But you guys slowly climbed across, and some others defend the line. And finally, you guys were able to leap and land on the other side. So, right now, you guys are, just referring to the map again, you guys are right here. A little bit farther away from what do you call a new location now, at the corner of Cogsoot. You seeing around, you can see there are the usual undead-like creatures roaming around. To the right of you, you see some kind of like a park with a hedge maze in the middle of it. there is also beyond the hedge maze. Actually, you would be able to see the abyss. That is this section over here, a chasm, so to speak. And on the other side, you will be able to see a large building, kind of teetering over on the edge a little bit. So right now, you guys are, I think, kind of wounded. You guys have not short rested yet, right? Since the battle? No, you have not. So you guys are a little bit battered and bruised right now. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to push on, or where do you want to push on as well? Or do you want to short rest a little bit?
I'm up for a short rest if we're safe.
How is everyone doing?
I'm good.
I'm a little low on spells, but actually okay otherwise.
Astrid?
I'm gonna hold a thumbs up. Meanwhile, you can see I'm viscerally covered in blood and wounds.
Guess we learned it takes more than 4 ballista shots to take you down.
Astrid's really tough. I don't know that we want to stop very long in Cogsoot if we can avoid stopping for very long. Yeah, remember the glowing orb thingies?
But we don't see them anywhere here.
At the moment, no. The fog kind of limits your vision to about 60 feet. Beyond that, it's just like really thick fog. You're unable to see through. But in your immediate surrounding, you only don't see those undead-like creatures no more.
We see the undead creatures?
Yeah, but they're roaming around in the city like usual.
The civilian kind.
Yeah, they don't seem to take note of you. They go into shops, stand around in front of windows. Some of them are actually having what you assume to be picnic, because a couple of them are like leaning down on the floor, laying down, looking like they're talking to each other, but when you listen in, you just hear
I can speak with dead.
Can you speak with undead?
I guess they're different. So I guess not.
And we also know that the orbs respond to noise. So if we want to find a place to hole up, let's get at least 10 minutes walk here, because we did just fight some people and they shot some ballistas at us, and Aurora yanked a bear off the wall.
Yeah.
Which was awesome, by the way.
All in a day's work. I'm just happy to help.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
which
So
way do we go from here?
yeah. So which direction are you trying to head? First of all, I guess you can figure that out while you're walking. Yeah. So which way are you heading off your end goal right now?
Does anything currently strike us as?
The main thing that really catch your interest is this particular large building over here. It's half dangling here. It's half dangling on the side of the cliff, so it's very precarious, but it's much larger than the building surrounding in the immediate vicinity. Actually, in general, the building within your vicinity are large, but this one is kind of like larger than the others.
Getting a deja vu.
Yeah. What?
Building dangling on a cliff.
Have you done this before?
Oh,
Oh, right. I remember
was
the
a
restaurant, the diner. Yeah. Okay. Right. But
I'm not running in there naked.
you guys go around. You can think of what your goal would be as you travel across. But as you turn the around the, what would you call that, gap, you will be able to see the writing on the building itself. It is this three S's, like, small s, large S, small s.
Like,
as the kind of like the crest of the shop, basically. And coming a little bit closer, then you would be able to see a smaller inscription underneath it. Down here, it says, Deso. Second, hold again. Oh, yeah, it's Desovant's Shop of Sorcery.
no, there's some sundries. Sorcerer sundries. Looks like a shop.
You
Do you
think
need
it's
to
still
stop and
manned?
go shopping, Bree? Sorry, Aurora.
No, no, go for it.
I was
You
just
guys.
asking Bree if she wants to go shopping.
Well, I mean, I don't know what currency they would be using. And well, it's not like we have a lot of I have a lot of money. I would like to get some more holy water, but I don't think I can afford it.
Wait, are you planning to buy something from in there? Fontaine kind of shouts out at you guys.
Maybe, yes, it's a shop. But you buy things from the shop.
It's an abandoned shop. Just go in there and take stuff.
I mean, there's undeads everywhere. They're kind of still running the city.
Pish posh.
I mean, one way to find out. I will go up and see if I can open the door and if there's one of those little bells on the door for
Yeah.
when customers come in.
Yeah, so you push open the door, and the door does ding 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 ding. And on the inside, you immediately arrive at this kind of like wide open gallery with what you call stone display cases along the wall and at the center of the room. Most of them are empty. It seems like whoever used, whatever items that were on display before seems to have been long since pilfered or looted. However,
Or
that does
sold.
or sold. However, that does not stop from the undead like creatures looking at the various kind of like display cases, looking like very interested, scratching their chin a little bit. And all that. However, one thing does catch your attention. At the slightly back center of the room, you would be able to see a large display case with mannequins of kind of like this humanoid creatures wearing kind of like elaborate costumes by the looks of it. Armor, cape, and a mask. They seem to be like making be standing in like a pose of some sort, like those like Power Rangers pose kind of thing, very awkward kind of posing. And you would see hovering above them in this illusory image, you would be able to see a phrase writing in cursive saying Desovance Morpher, get yours today.
Mofer. What's a mofer? Morpher. Nope, don't know what that is. Hey,
Oh, it changes you, or maybe it changes itself. I'll look around and call out, Mr. De Savant?
You look around the shop, none of the undead things seem to reply to your calls. There is like a person behind the counter, and all surrounding him is kind of like a little bit messed up. There's like a bunch of pile of like different junk at this guy's foot. But yeah, it doesn't seem to react to you calling it anyone.
the thing where you identify if it's a magic item.
You go over towards the display case.
Actually, yeah, actually, I'll
Alright.
kind of wave the others to come on in.
So all of
Oi,
you
shopping!
all of you begin making your way, and you guys can see the same scene. Basically, it's mostly pilfered already, but there are a couple of like items kind of strewn, a couple of kind of like junk strewn about. But yeah, the main one that caught your eyes right now is the display box at the center of the room with the Sovans Morph get yours today. Kind of like holographic image, basically just spinning above the display. Getting closer, you guys would be able to see that the mannequins are actually illusory images as well. The thing that they are actually selling are pocket watches. They have placed it on a kind of like on inside of a box, basically metal box with what used to be kind of like a velvet kind of padding, but it seems like it's been rotted by time already. But the watches were untouched. There's a red one, a blue one, and a yellow one on it. It is inside this glass box, so you're unable to get to it directly.
Can I try to get the attention of the undead at the counter and indicate the watches and ask how much?
The one at the counter seems to be just staring in the distance, not exactly responding to you directly. Stares.
I'll put a hand on one of the boxes holding a pocket watch. Any reaction from any of the undead?
So it's just one large display case with the three clocks on it. You place your hand on the display case. Doesn't seem to provoke any reaction from the creatures around you.
I'll
I
shrug.
don't recommend stealing anything.
Fair enough.
What do you plan to do then?
It doesn't seem worth making a fuss over right now. Yeah, I guess we do a little bit of window shopping and move on. All
right.
I will leave and head back toward the entrance.
Walking around a little bit at the shop, you do see a couple of those loose items that I mentioned about. So very quickly, you will be able to find what is most probably a quarterstaff. I say most probably because it's in a pile with other like very rotted other wood as well. But this one looks more crafted than the others. And then kind of like in between the cupboards at the back, you'll be able to find a couple of vials of potion of healings as well. The red bottle with the transparent bottle with red liquid seems to glimmer. That's the one that catches your attention. And then finally, another one that you would notice is actually on the counter where the receptionist is herself, is a strangely carved stone dice, basically, on the table as well. But yeah, that's the one that you can find with a quick preliminary.
How strangely carved?
Well, you expect it to be carved with numbers or anything like that, but instead it has magical runes carved into it.
Can I inspect the runes?
Go ahead, roll Arcana check for me.
Yes. Why am I not good? Like, not proficient at any of this game? Too spoiled by playing a rogue.
6. You try to figure out what the rune is trying to say, but it's not really something you're trained in. So there's not much you can give about this, unfortunately.
That's fair.
I think I'm going to link an elbow through Fontaine's and stroll back toward the door. Maybe we'll make another visit another time. No sense riling up anyone now, no
What?
matter how much they're not looking at anything.
He kind of walks in. Very well, very well.
Maybe if we can find another of these memory shards, which are very elusive, we can ask Atlas for cash money, and then you and Bree can have some spending money. Or does that take the fun out of it?
I guess that'll work. Just need to get money. Yeah. All right. So the rest of you, are you guys done as well, or are you guys looking at anything?
Over the table, I'm happy to help if anyone wants to try quietly picking things up, but I'll go with Astrid on this. We don't necessarily need to make a fuss.
Yeah. Unless you
This-
somehow have the money to pay for these things.
We don't even know what they take.
We don't even know what they do.
We still don't have identified, do we?
We do.
Actually, I do. But I need some time touching things.
They don't seem to mind that, do they?
You haven't tried touching anything.
Oh.
I only touched the display case, and you've only looked at the dice. Haven't really picked it up.
I see.
Is there something you want me to have a look at? Happy to do so. I'll kind of pivot in place, spinning Fontaine around me by the linked elbows.
And walk back inside. Now we're talking.
I'm curious about that staff over there.
I will stroll over to the pile of stuff, keeping an eye on the undead. Do any of them object if I sit down cross-legged, or put one hand on the staff and start casting Identify as a ritual?
Yeah, you sit down cross-legged, you put your finger on the staff, you look around, see if anyone objects. An undead walks towards you, and then past you to another empty display case, and then looks at it very intrigued. But yeah, doesn't seem like anyone is paying attention to you.
Yeah, so I will just sit there for 11 minutes and ritually cast Identify on the quarterstaff.
All right. So while Vi is performing the spell, the rest of you, is there anything you guys want to do?
Well-
Keep watch.
All
Kind
right.
of the same.
Okay.
While Vi is distracted, I'll keep an eye on Fontaine.
Martin's just looking around. He's looking at the the weird display. Looking at a couple of the potions over there. And before you know it, Vi, you finish casting the spell, and you realize it's simple +1 quarterstaff.
I'll stand up, dust off my bottom, and turn to Aurora. Nothing too fancy, but it hits a little harder and a little truer. I will.
Doesn't seem worth sticking my neck out for that one.
Well, we can always ask. I will pick up the quarterstaff, walk to the front counter, kind of wave my hand in front of the undead at the counter. Do they even pay attention?
You walk over towards the counter, and immediately the undead goes, "Hey."
I will take out a gold piece, put it down next to the quarterstaff.
He
Enough?
takes the coin. "Thank you for your patronage." Puts it under the counter, and you hear the coin ting 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 on the floor.
Oh my god.
It
Yeah.
cannot be that easy.
It's so cheap.
a pleasure doing business with you. I will pass the quarterstaff to Aurora.
Have
Here,
a nice day.
Hey, that isn't that the first undead that can really speak coherent sentences?
Well, there is the first, one of the few first undead guards that you've seen. The one that shouted, "You dare touch the placenta!" That one.
That's true.
The placenta?
Not the placenta.
Oh, my heart, Aida.
What? Did I heard wrong?
Perceptor.
Oh, okay.
The Perceptor is a different boss. That's the one that if you cheat on your taxes, they come after you forever.
But yeah, you give the coin. He tells you have a nice day, and Vi passes the quarterstaff to you, Aurora.
I feel oddly powerful and slightly guilty about this. She says, still taking the staff.
You're still taking this out. All right, go ahead. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you here. I think I just observer is enough. You can grab it. It's a magic items, Cogsoot, the Sylvan's shop of sorcery.
Gotcha. Does it have anything inscribed on it? Anything?
The quarterstaff itself seems it does not look like what you call a proper crafted weapon. That's why you almost missed it before. It seems like it's kind of like one of those stock that they have in the back and no one's buying it, so it just sits there like there for a couple of years. No weird inscribing or anything like that.
I also have a very stupid follow-up question that no player that's been playing for 10 years should ask, but
Yes.
does it affect my spellcasting?
No, quarterstaff is a melee weapon.
Yeah, but it says bonus attack and damage rolls made with this magic.
Okay, no.
Spell attack roll. I don't know.
Fair, but no, it is for weapon attack.
We can maybe find you a wand for spell attacks. Or I don't know, maybe some cool druid focus for spell attacks.
You wouldn't mind that. Or we can buy this entire shop. She takes some money out of her pocket, specifically the money she stole from the troll. The 10 gold she picked up from his pocket.
Yeah.
And kind of holds it up. Or we could go cheaper, and she pulls out 20 copper coins in the other hand.
Try all the copper for these. Since the quarterstaff worked so well, Vi has gone back for the healing potions.
All right. There's a
Bring
pair.
those back and put them on the counter.
All right, there's a pair of healing potions, so you pick both up and place it on the counter, and the guy immediately puts his hands up. Hey!
Aurora confidently struts forward, puts down 2 copper coins, and slides it towards him.
He takes the coin, places it under the table, and then you hear clink, 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 clink. You turn around with your perception. You kind of notice that it's trying to place it into something under the counter, but given the evidence of like rotting wood and everything, the drawers and everything seem to have very dried up, like destroyed a long time ago. So the coins now just clinking on the floor underneath the table.
Gotcha.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Pleasure doing business with you. I pick up the healing potions. I'm going to go ahead and give one to Aurora because you like to do brave things and you seem to draw attacks and you're way squishier than Astrid. And I'll give the other healing potion to Delilah for the exact same reasons.
Fair enough, yes.
That didn't feel like a compliment. But thank you.
It might not have been. But the long and short of it is, please don't die.
That warms up my heart. Thank you.
All right. So potion of healing is in there as well. It's in magic items. Potion of healing. I'll drag one for Delilah. Alrighty. So what else are you doing? Again, just to recap, there is the weird rock on the table, dice-looking thing. There is the display case, and also there's the room in the back, as usual.
I'm interested in the rock. Think you can check out what's that a bit?
Yeah, I
Why?
can. You guys do some more window shopping. Keep an eye out if any of the glowing orbs come. We can make a run for it. Or if any of those live people show up. I'm interested in, you know.
What happened to the live people?
Live people?
Mr.
Sorry?
Fontaine. You said the people in the wall who had the undead chained to the wall were ruffians. Tell us about your observations, and I'll sit down and start casting Identify on the stone dice.
Alright, like I said, this is what I know. They look, well, they use thieves' cant. That mean they ain't good people. The fact that they had those undead-like things chained to the wall make me think that they're not exactly good people as well. So that's 2 points on them not being good people. And the first thing they heard an alarm, what they do comes out weapons drawn. So that's 3 points. Just saying, they might not be good people. I don't know what accent I'm doing right now.
Your best.
Yes, thank you. Need to learn Boston. But yeah, that's basically it. Any questions? No? Thank you. So, while... Yeah?
No, I'm identifying, so I'll stay quiet.
Alright. So, while Vi is identifying, the rest of you, what are you guys doing? Astrid, Bree, and also Aurora.
I'll approach the merchant.
Which merchant, sorry?
Oh, no, the undead behind the counter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, merchant. Okay, alright. Yeah.
I mean, that's what we call him now, you know?
Yeah, fair.
She will point towards the back of the place and say, "Do you have anything in stock?"
Pay.
Copper coin on the counter.
Takes it, places it under the table. Ding, 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 ding. Have a nice day.
You just got robbed.
Aurora will not take this mockery kindly. She's gonna huff and puff, and then the way to the back is actually clear.
Yeah,
there's no
like that.
in the way?
Yeah, there's no door leaf or anything. You can just walk through the back.
She's gonna slowly inch towards the back after getting close enough to actually be there, and then keep turning back at the undead to see if he has any reaction to it.
Focus. Right now, he's just looking forward in the direction of Vi, but not really at Vi. Vi is just standing next to the counter, placing a finger on the dice and just focusing on it. You turn and peek to the back room. You see that there is a quite dark hallway that goes to the right, and then there is another arch that leads to the back of the building. You can go over and check that place if you want.
I do, but sounds dangerous. I do have a potion.
Okay.
but but let's play this smart. Hora's gonna poke her head towards Astrid and Bree and say, "Are you two doing anything?"
Just watching.
You want to watch the back of this place?
The back? As in
Yeah.
at the back.
As in stand guard.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure.
Perfect. She's gonna go to the back and then promptly put Bree in front of her and kind of lightly nudge her through the threshold.
Wait, nudge.
That's not standing guard.
Nudge Bree
human
into the
shield.
threshold.
What?
Well,
I'll do it.
You
don't have to push her back there. I'll do it.
I'm just encouraging her.
Okay, you guys got like Bree confused, not sure what's going on. Aurora trying to usher Bree to the back room, and Astrid just walks on back. No reaction from the undead lights. At this point, Vi, you finish casting the spell, and you this is the item that you see. Show players make visible.
Ooh.
Imperfect stone of intellect. Ooh.
Wow. Hey, guys, this makes you really smart.
What does that feel like?
It's a curse.
I don't want it.
I mean, there is a saying that ignorance is bliss, so yeah, maybe this is actually a minorly cursed thing.
Exactly.
Alright, so after finishing casting your spell, you will realize all your party members now kind of like peeking into the back room, but unsure whether or not to go in or not right now.
Because I don't have change, I'll just set another gold piece down on the counter, slide it toward the proprietor, pick up the stone of intellect.
He'll take the coin, put it under the table, which is accessible to you guys, by the way. And he'll just say, "Have a nice day."
Can I have a peek? The place where he's dropping the coins, is there evidence of other people doing business with him recently? Like the pile of coins that's falling to the floor, is it just ours?
It
Are there
is
some old
just.
moldy ones?
Go ahead. Actually, go ahead. Roll your perception check.
Yeah. Perception. I'm not great at that. Some people with a high wisdom.
All right, 13. 13, not too bad. All right. With the 13, you count the coins that are on the table. I think 3 gold coins and 2 copper coins at this point. That's exactly the amount that you tossed in. You figured that there doesn't seem to be anyone else putting coins under the table. But when you're looking around, you remember the pile of junk at the guy's feet there. You kind of notice something that is like a little bit less junky than the rest. There are a bunch of rope and tangle, and in there is a bunch. But you do notice there's an amulet amongst all the clutter, just right next to this guy's feet.
I will make a note of it. I will look around for any other holes. I will pick up my stone of intellect, nod thanks, stroll over to my party members. So, what are we looking at back here?
Aurora is gonna look for something.
Well, I saw a back room and I was interested enough to check it out, but I also didn't want to get ambushed by a shadow, so. Friends?
Hey, I think we're all here now. Proprietor doesn't seem to care, so we can walk on in. Does anybody react if we try?
Astrid tried just now. No one seemed to react to anyone trying to go inside.
As well. Then let's have a look.
So, all of you begin making your way inside. It goes on to the back hallway, turns to the right, Goes on straight a little bit to arrive at that archway. You can see there's an evidence of what used to be the door, but that's not really what's important, because right in front of you right now is you see a massive room, or at least it used to be. Right now you see the back half of the room has collapsed, and instead it is just this, it just opens up to the abyss that is underneath the city right now. That is the gap where the building is dangling a little bit. You can see there are a couple of floating pieces of rock in the vicinity, not sure being supported by what, but at a little ways back and slightly higher, you would be able to see a large room that is still attached to the building right now. It's kind of floating and tilted slightly to the left haphazardly. But yeah, that's basically it. Just a bunch of floating rocks, which and a room at the very far back.
Can I pick up a piece of junk and lightly toss it among the rocks floating in the abyss and see if the new junk also floats or if it falls?
Throwing the new junk, you're kind of hoping it floats, so it'll make the job easier for you, but it hits one of the rocks. The rocks kind of rotate ever so slightly, but the junk that you just thrown in falls off the abyss.
Does it then vanish into the abyss, or does it float next to the rocks?
Oh, it just goes down and down and down until you lose sight of it.
Don't fall
Okay.
right there.
Learning things.
Looking around a little bit more, you can kind of see that this place used to be some kind of workshop. You can see there are like some tables here, some rusted tools here and there, deactivated rune glyphs all around that you would know that it was used as some kind of part of an enchantment process of sort. But whatever they have here, it's extensive, more extensive than the places that you've been before, the workshops you've been before.
I know a lot of it is collapsed into the abyss. With what's left, can I poke around for anyone's notebook? Would be awesome. Secondary, anything that seems like the same style of runes as the house with the guy in stasis.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, roll investigation check for me.
Yeah.
Can we help this one?
Sure.
Ooh,
A guidance.
Yeah, I'm happy to describe what I'm looking for. You know, clues for that guy we're looking for the cure for.
All right, yeah, fair.
Ooh.
24.
Take that guidance, make that a 28.
28, all right. Looking at the runes that is here, there does not seem to be any... I mean, there are some intersects, but the collection of the rune that is here does not have anything in common with the one that you saw in the other room. The one with the man seemed to be centered around protection. Meanwhile, the ones over here seem to center around creation. Spend some time looking a little bit more if there is any clue that would lead you to figuring out any relation to the guy in stasis. This might be a far stretch, basically, but you do notice there is a kind of like a carving into the wall that has kind of like, for lack of a better word, a similar font to the one that was carved into the man with stasis room. It says it's a little bit worse for wear, but since it's larger, you can still kind of read it. It says, "Days since last accident."
Yep. Is there a count?
there's supposed to be a count above it, but there's no number or anything like that, which is fair because if they, carve it into stone, then it's a bit hard to change it.
I will point this out to everyone and chuckle a little bit. It was a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
I think that's about all for us here, although, Mr. Fontaine, I'm going to change my mind on quietly nabbing something, if you're up for it.
Oh,
What do you want to take? Want to
So
check?
on our way out, under the counter where the undead shopkeeper is dropping the money,
there's
an amulet. I will distract the shopkeeper by buying something else. Aurora, may I borrow a copper?
I can give you some gold.
Here's 2.
Okay, copper might be better.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm just thinking a little copper for distraction would be great.
Yeah.
And I think the rest of you just keep walking out the door, and Fontaine and I will join you. If it looks like things are going wrong, Astrid, knock over a display case for a distraction.
You got it.
Should we first buy out the rest of things too? Just clear shop, literally.
What if somebody else needs something?
We can try. What do you have in mind, Aurora? Do you want those watches?
Yes, everything.
Okay, well, that's our distraction then. So, Fontaine, just wait until we're paying for the watches and stuff.
Alright. So, Vi, you're going over towards the... I guess all of you except for Fontaine. Fontaine will be waiting behind the shopkeep. The rest of you, you guys walk over towards the display case. Now that everybody's here, I think only Aurora? Yeah, only Aurora. You would notice some faded writing at the bottom of the case. You guys look around it a little bit, but there doesn't seem to be any way for you to kind of like open the display case. There's no door, no nothing at the moment. Short of smashing the case.
I'm going to rap lightly on the case and then turn and wave toward the shopkeep at the front. Hello, we would like to buy this, please. And mime opening the display case and point at the watches.
The shopkeep doesn't seem to take note of you. It seemed to only notice you when you're directly in front of it.
It's a very interesting curse these people are under. We should talk about that the next time we have a moment. I kind of peer at it.
I'm sorry?
I just kind of look at the case. I don't know. We might have to try smashing it if you want them, Aurora.
I wouldn't. No. Rain, the thing in the chat from Bree, that's from you, right?
Yes, that is from me.
The first part says, don't open without permission.
Oh, that does not work.
Please. The supervisor, if interested. Please, something, supervisor,
Contact?
if interested. Yes.
Oh my god, it's one of this again.
This one was much easier.
Saw it as I went.
Yeah, don't open without permission. Please contact the supervisor if interested.
Maybe they respond to keywords. Interested. Gonna turn back to the shopkeeper, or supervisor, or merchant.
The guy seems to just stand there.
Can we talk to your supervisor, please?
The guy turns around, looks at the door that you guys went through just now, and just go, "Ah!" And then turns back to look at you.
Ah. I'll give it 15 seconds and see if anyone we missed in the back room walks out.
You don't think you missed anyone, but you give it a few seconds. And yes, no one appeared.
Yeah. I think the supervisor has fallen into the abyss. So, we can try to smash it now, or if we live long enough to learn some more things and get more powerful, I could potentially maybe learn something that might let us open things.
I am just concerned it might be cursed or trapped.
We don't have to do anything now. We could walk away. It's been here who knows how long. But if you think we should do something now, I will back you up.
Perhaps not. Let's live to see another day, just in case. We can return when we're readier.
Fair enough. I will pick up just something random and walk back to the counter, put it down, put down the copper, pick it up, assume Fontaine's going to be doing their thing.
Yeah, Fontaine immediately just go very quickly, pulls the amulet from underneath everything, and then stands up, gives you a nod, and starts walking away, all casual-like.
I will attempt to do likewise.
So, all of you make your way out with your the loot that you found so far. It's a bunch of stuff that you have in your hands right now. But you walk outside the store with view to, well, you still need to pick your destination, but from here there are a couple of points of interest that you would be able to go and look at if you want to.
My plan was just to start walking kind of straight across the city and try to take the first gate through the wall that looks like we can get through it without a big fight. But definitely, what do we see that's interesting?
All right. Upon going outside, Fontaine will hand you the amulet that he found just now, and you continue walking around. Try to see if there's anything interesting for you guys to visit next. The path to head towards the main road that heads south there. There are a couple of options that you guys can take. Seems like the main road kind of branches off towards the area where there's a lot more of those larger buildings. And then another road leads to an area where there's more nicer buildings. Which one are you interested in heading towards?
Yeah, I look at everyone. What are we feeling?
Guilt. But I suppose the richer might be more things to find.
Yeah. So you're gonna head southwards, eh?
Bree, Astrid, opinions?
Sounds good.
I have no opinions. Let's go.
All of you turn and make your way southwards then. make your way southwards, and as you get further and further away from the region that you guys were in, the size of the building starts to get smaller and smaller. But the land surrounding the building starts to get wider and wider as well. Seems like the people that lived here is a little bit more wealthy, that they can afford land in the vicinity of their homes. You continue down the path a little bit, looking around until you arrive at a kind of like a junction of sorts, because the road kind of splits off all over the place. But at the center of this wide clearing where there's lack of building, you see a kind of ruined building with very intricate carvings out front. You tried to figure out what building this is, but some of you would already recognize the the images of the smiling and sad mask right in front of the building, which tells you that this is some kind of a theater of sorts. Now from here, you actually, as you arrive in this area as well, you can kind of hear music playing from within that theater that you see in front of you. The undead-like creature all around you seems to just roam aimlessly at the moment. But yeah, there's that building, but there's also, from here you can now clearly see the path where you can head towards the two gates that is to the south of Cogsoot. One leading southwest towards a large gate with a kind of like a portcullis kind of blocked over it, and then another one, a path that leads directly towards a gate to the southeast, which seems to be glowing from where you are at right now. Kind of concerns you a little bit. And then, of course, you can follow that path that you were taking to head towards the main road. Heads down southwards. So your pick.
What
right
color
now,
is the glow?
It is just white yellowish light emitting from this one over here. Over here, there's a large portcullis blocking it. You guys would be somewhere over here now. There's of course the opera house, the theater that's with you, and then there's another path that leads towards the main road there as well.
Bree,
Yeah.
do you recognize the light as anything? Anything holy?
Do I?
Go ahead, roll religion check.
An old elven saying says that you can tell a lot about the alignment depending on which light the creature emanates.
Oh, right. Apparently, I know all about that.
Yeah, you've seen those kind of glows before in your dreams. Every time you see your parents, they have that glow around.
Yeah. I think they're good. They're glowing like my parents do. So there must be like angels and stuff.
And they allow this to happen? Do you want to go see it?
Try to stop it. Sure.
So you guys heading towards the southwest gate, yeah?
Yep.
I'm game.
All right.
If the walk's long enough, like if it takes us more than 11 minutes, I will ask Astrid to give me a ride on her shoulders while I concentrate and identify the amulet.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, you definitely have some time to do that if Astrid allows.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
And
Thank you.
I can summon my familiar as well.
All right. Some of your familiar as well.
If anyone happens to look at Vi while getting a ride on Astrid's shoulders, I look incredibly smug. like a 6-year-old.
Wow.
So happy to be with Maya.
Cute.
All right. So you can find the item in the what do you call, in the folder right now, in the Sylvan shop of sorcery. As you focus on identifying the item, you kind of you have you been in love before, Vi?
Oh boy. Let's say yes.
Yeah.
But it was entirely one-sided because I was way too shy to say anything to the person I had a crush on.
All right.
Aww.
So that butterfly feeling when you see them, you see them from afar and everything, you kind of get the same sensation, albeit a little bit more pride in there at the same time as well, as you focus and identify this amulet. Here you go.
Oh boy. So I go a little bit glassy-eyed, which I always do when I'm casting this spell.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get a particularly sappy grin, and then I snap out of it and look really embarrassed. Okay, I think that'll do it. Astrid, do you mind putting me down?
Yeah, sure, here you go. And I'd reach over my head to grab him and just set him down, like a parent with their toddler.
I mean, the proportions are very much, I'm about the size of a 4-year-old child.
Yeah. Close, yeah.
And I will immediately trot over to Bree and say, I think this is for you. Please take it. And I will push the amulet into your hands.
Ooh.
I just noticed what it is.
Yes, Laura, I was away from keyboard. Oh, this is Shepard. This is Shepard's. Oh my god! All the stuff of Shepard I either got or I just make them. And this shield is nice, but this amulet is much better. Oh my god!
Yeah, it is this kind of like a amulet made from gold or gold plated or gold adjacent material for sure. And you see a symbol of basically two people having their heads, having their forehead joined together, and their body kind of comes together at the very bottom, forming a heart, basically.
Oh, I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna protect it forever and ever.
All right. So you put it on, Bree, which just in time as you leave the alleyway that you've been walking in and immediately arrive at a kind of, well, you see, 1 second.
It's like a guidance that lasts the whole day. Oh my god.
You notice a long street that leads towards the large gate. Your eyes immediately focus on that gate, which kind of, which has this kind of like, unlike the other, which has a portcullis, this one has a massive wooden door covering the entire thing. It has this wooden slats that block it from being opened. And then, on top of all that, you see this wall of light that is just seemingly shooting out from the ground, reaching up to the high walls, to the very top of this door. And then all along this street, it goes on for maybe about 100 foot. You see you see those undead-like creatures walking around, roaming, going about their quote-unquote purpose. Alongside them, you see another one, this more ghostly figure rather than undead. It's a little bit difficult to figure out their details, their picture of their body, but these guys are sometimes standing by themselves, occasionally you see a couple of them are following behind one of those undead-like creatures. They're just scattered all over the place. And then, right, right where you see along the sides of the buildings, you see a lot of memorials, murals, and kind of like painting fading away, yes, but you can still see signs of it being painted on the wall. And some of them are, sorry, not some, most of them are kind of sad, basically, seeing it. You can see, I wonder if I have it with me. Should have it with me, but apparently not. Oh darn it, don't have it. But yeah, you will be able to see painting saying things like the council has destroyed us. You see painting saying stay ignorant, stay alive, those similar paintings. And then you see others that is a little bit more artistic, as you see paintings of a person, not just a person, sometimes a crowd of people behind a person. They're all kind of like in this somber, melancholic look. And then you would see remnants of what used to be candles under those large murals. This entire street seems to be dedicated to a memorial of sorts, as all of it's just scattered all along this place.
Do they have any like symbols that we recognize?
No symbols. Most actually, go ahead and roll history check for me.
No.
I'm gonna say I will assist
Wait,
if you tell me what you're looking for.
I guess I just want to see if it's like if any one of them is recognizable, like from the great stories of Paragon heroes kind of thing, or villains. Just one that I probably would know from the stories that my grandma tells, or something like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Disadvantage.
If Vi's helping.
Yeah, Bree, if you tell me what you're looking for, I will help.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll mention. I'll just try to talk about it basically.
All right. Go ahead. Roll history check with advantage. With a 12. With a 12, you look around trying to see if you recognize any of these people. You don't recognize them. The people, the mural, the people that are being painted over there, because they don't quite fit exactly of the description of the heroes of Paragon that you would have heard. These look like fan arts or like parodies, or maybe even like descendants of those original heroes. Maybe they look similar, but they have differences. They make, okay, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. There's always some slight difference compared to the one that you've read.
It's close enough. Anyone in particular stood out?
Not really, no, because again, these are like vague kind of like similarities, but not quite exact.
Okay.
Yeah. I found the murals. Some of the murals, they would say Paragon has fallen. Then some of the murals that are a little bit faded away, not sure what they're trying to refer to. Others very clearly gonna says, don't talk about it. Then another one with a large section where it's kind of blurred off, you're unable to read it. Then more and more of those wordings that faded away by time. But these kind of writings, and it's similar to those, are painted across the sides of the buildings. Definitely does not look sanctioned. More like just painted by some rebels or anarchists or something like that. And these are alongside those large murals of people, candles at the bottom of it.
I feel like we've seen the phrase specifically "stay ignorant, stay alive" somewhere before in the city, but I don't remember where.
Ghosts, right?
I'm sorry?
Around the ghost that was haunting us?
That is correct. It's the first mural that you found when you first entered Cogsoot.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you. And I look at the other undead. I mean, I suppose they have stayed alive in some fashion and stayed ignorant in some fashion. I'm not sure what to make of it. What do you think?
I wouldn't exactly call this living by any means.
No.
But I wonder how long before the fall this happened. Well, before whatever created this place.
Yeah, we desperately need more information on the timeline and what happened.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
To figure it out.
That name, isn't that on the morpher that we found?
Savant.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, I was looking at that.
So does that mean we shouldn't trust it? If this dude is the one that doomed them all, would I know anything about him in my book?
Go ahead. Roll history check for me.
Just a sec.
With advantage, obviously. And I will say a low DC for this one as well.
I
Why is
don't
that,
know how to get my... There we go. Found it. With advantage, you said?
Yep. He's some kind of mage. Mages are boring. You don't really care about mages that much. You want the barbarian types.
Maybe fate point this one?
Honestly, I would like to.
Go ahead, reroll that.
You connected the dots. You figured it out. This is an eureka moment. I'll guidance as well.
All right, go ahead. So roll another history check, normal this time.
Yeah.
And get a D4.
Oh, you already have advantage.
All right, with a 14. With a 14, you know that the Sovat is in the name of one of their council members. 1,000 years ago. You know that he is definitely some kind of mage for sure, a famous one. In fact, he might have lived longer earlier than that. Some people say it's lichdom. Some people say it's cloning. People are not sure.
It could just be magic.
Yeah, some kind of magic for sure that is sustaining him. What kind of magic that's sustaining him, that one is unsure. But yeah, he is a member of the Council of Heroes, basically. There's 7 members on it. He's one of them. I think you should have the full name with that role. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Do we know all 7 members? Are they like common enough of a knowledge?
You can roll for it. They're definitely not common enough because, like I said, like communication between unless you're very interested about Paragon, you wouldn't know this kind of thing. Even if you want to go to Paragon, you don't necessarily know, the Minister of Health kind of thing, So yeah, so go ahead, you can try.
Nonsense. Before moving to Greece, I learned every politician's name.
But yeah, you can go ahead, roll history check. But the name of the guy is Philip de Sauvant.
Astrid.
Howdy.
You know your book better than I do. Can you help me with this?
Yeah, sure.
Can the 2 of us pour over?
Hails, yeah, go ahead. History check.
Okay. With advantage?
With advantage. 50. You find through, because the book itself doesn't really have like, oh, he's a member of the council, he's a member of the, it doesn't really say who's a member of the council, but they have names in there, and you try to coincide those names with the one that you know from your reading about Paragon before coming here. Of course you did your reading because you want to come here. You know that Philip de Sauvant is definitely one of the OG members, at least one of the member when the city was destroyed. Another one that you find in the book is this one would be Charles Loudwaffen. Now, Charles Loudwaffen is like an older one, not from when Paragon was lost. He existed even earlier, but you do recognize the name Loudwaffen because it's kind of like an inheritance thing, because there's always a Loudwaffen in the council. And then another one that you would know as well is Mo'o. Mo'o is a special one that you take a particular interest in, because Mo'o is not a humanoid. Mo'o is a wolf, a mythical wolf, basically. One that is intelligent enough and had critical acclaim to a point that he was appointed as a member of the Council of Heroes.
Did he do anything?
He did not do much in service of civilization per se. However, whenever his home, the forests around those civilization, was threatened, usually by an outside source, Mo'o is the one that will come and save the day, so to speak. And his later years, he became kind of like the intermediary, between the forests and the cities. And that's how, you don't know why. You don't know why for sure he was elected, but most probably that's one of the reasons why he was chosen to become a Council of Heroes. Other than that, you look through the book. I guess you would know one more name. Rain.
As in R-H-A-I-N?
R-A-I-N-E. Rainy.
Okay. I was hearing this one.
No. Rainy's a monk that's in the council. He is known because he doesn't do anything. Most of the time he tried to kind of like stay as a neutral party, doesn't really push any particular agenda, but because of his neutrality he is kind of noticed because of that, basically. But yeah, that's the 4 of them that you were able to find in the book. The others, you're not quite sure who the other 3 members are.
Politicians. Known for doing nothing.
Wow.
Sometimes that's the best you can hope for.
True. Not making it worse is good, you know. So basically, Rainy's known for not making it worse.
Wow. The
I
best
can get
there
behind
is.
that.
The best emperor who did nothing for 24 years.
I mean, the others are like, overachievers. So there's always like gonna be ups and downs in their rules. At least Rainy is always stable, man.
I
But
can
yeah.
respect that in a weird way.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I think so. I guess that's all we can get out of this.
Yeah. You're sure the names of these other guys are in the book, but at the moment you can't. You don't recall.
It's
Yeah.
just a jumble of names, and we don't know what to look for now.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's more than we had. That's very helpful. And that also connects back to that statue of Adam Loudwaffen that we found the first time we came here to Cogsoot. I'm wondering about this second to last one, too. Don't trust the something takers? The senses takers, maybe? Remember, the perceptors give up their eyes?
Perceptors gave up their eyes.
Yeah, I pulled the spiked circlet out of our pack, the one that we took. You can put this on and you're blind forever, but you get some replacements. I hold it up distastefully like you might hold up a cockroach.
It's basically a circlet with spikes on the outside and on the inside. You're supposed to wear it over your eyes.
That's so worth it.
But yes, you recall if you use that item, you will be blinded. But you gain expertise in perception and also gain blind sight and also able to detect plagued individuals, apparently.
I'm just staring at the S. 4 more words.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm trying to figure out what the S followed by 4 more letters.
Oh, okay.
Could be sword? Sword takers?
We should put this in the chat so that everybody can see.
He did.
Let me
No. I mean in the Discord.
yeah, let me compile it for you.
Oh, either one would work.
Also the word silly. That's probably not
Silly
it.
takers.
Shine?
Is there any 5-letter word starting with S that would make sense in the context of the Death Mother cult that also seemed to have been spreading?
Can we refer to the book again?
I'm sorry. Trying to figure out a word that would fit this.
Yes.
I will say no because just referring to the book. It could still work. Go ahead, roll investigation check.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
I would definitely like to assist with investigation check on the book for this
Do
one.
you want to do the
All right.
investigating?
There's 4 S, 4 letters.
I can.
I'm more
The
practical.
shit
Less.
takers.
No, that's 4 letters. We need 5.
The shit takers. Because it's plural. Why would you take one?
All right. You look through it a little bit, try to find that something that might fit. Smoky could be it. Scalp.
Small.
Maybe
Skull
souls.
Skull takers.
Skull
Undead.
takers.
Because we found a bunch of skulls in the house.
Maybe that's the name of the cult. Skull takers.
That would work.
Spell takers.
Oh.
I suppose we'll have to just proceed and keep our eyes open for more clues.
Right, should you want to proceed, where do you want to head? Right now, you can either walk towards the gate, the one with the wall of light. You can walk back from one you came from, or you can walk up this road here. Your choice.
I think we should definitely investigate the wall of light and see if maybe Astrid's gauntlet will let her walk through that as well.
Alright. You guys make your way towards that wall. I think Bree, Aurora, and Astrid and Jack can kind of realize that the wall, that the energy that's moving up, you might be seeing things, but you think you kind of see kind of like a humanoid silhouette as well as this energy kind of flows up. You approach closer and closer and closer, and when you get close, the area of the door where you get close, it gets even brighter, and then you begin to hear the whispers. You hear, stay away, stay away. It's voices telling you to stay away, turn back. Nothing good can come of this. Stay away. So voices whispering in your ears. And as you get closer and closer, the whispers get more intense and more loud. But you stop right in front of the door. The whispers getting quite intense at this point, but not damaging, just a little bit deafening. What do you guys do?
Sneak to see what's going. No, we're deafened.
A little bit deafened, yeah. This is just very loud, this whisper.
Blissfully unaware of the whispers, I will gesture to Astrid. Can you walk through the wall?
With my heightened cat perception, would the whispers be harsher to me?
No. It seems to be like, it's not like extra loud to you by any means. It's the same intensity.
Hey, you said walk through the wall?
Astrid, you walk over towards that wall of light. The wall where the section of the wall where you can start to approach and approach it starts to get brighter and brighter and brighter. And the moment you touch the wall, you immediately get this kind of like a flash of, you're not sure, memory or something, as you see just people running away from a kind of like a battle of some sort. There's kind of like this person floating over the city. The skies are red. You can see a couple of adventurer types that are fighting against. You recall one of them have this constellation all across their body. You see a bright light emerging. They all rush towards you, and this person laugh and laugh and laugh, and suddenly you see bright light and you see in the distance this cloud that starts to rise up. It's blue in color and it's pretty, creating this gigantic rose that hovers right over the city with particles start to fall down. You feel it burning your skin, you feel it melting your eyes, you see people are being escorted away from a region, and you see people hammering a door close, and you see that you are past the wall. The wall of light is still there, but you've just walked through it. No negative effect or anything. Right in front of you is that wooden door. What do you guys do?
We all went through that, or just Astrid?
Just Astrid.
We should follow her so that she's not alone.
Anyone following her?
Well,
Astrid?
I'm not in any pain.
I'm gonna follow her.
Same thing. Bree, you walk across, you immediately see kind of like couples hugging with each other as you see these people battling across the sky, bright lights smashing and everything. And you realize that you look ahead, people are trying to escape the city, and you see right at your feet this kind of like ticking object that just goes tick. You hug each other tightly before, again, you see that blue smoke rise up, creating this huge and beautiful mushroom cloud that's shaped like a rose. Bright blue in color. It's beautiful and devastating at the same time as they seal the door, and you're back the other side.
Vi, you want to go next?
I guess so. I will follow the others.
Vi goes through, same thing. You see this devastation goes through the city once more, and then a detonation, and then the ceiling, and then you're back here. Every time when one of you walk past this wall, each time you see a slightly different version of what had happened. But it's all the same. People afraid. Some kind of battle is happening right above the region, and then a detonation, creating, causing this whole area to become inhospitable, where they seal the door and close it.
In the vision, are they sealing the side we're on that's in? And so this is, they're sealing it against the side we're trying to go to?
Investigation check. 12. Given that the wooden slats that is blocking the door is on your side, you get the feeling they're sealing the other side.
That was what I was getting. As we reassemble on the other side, I will point that out. I suggest we leave this gate and we walk along the wall until we find a gate that doesn't go through to the mining district. We might have to cross back over the river and dare the orbs and make a dash for a different gate.
I guess I should go through before we continue.
Same thing.
So,
yeah. Same thing as well. Each one of you go through, you see the same vision.
Having caught up with the rest of the party, Aurora will say, Vi, what was it you were saying? What did you figure out?
I was just saying that it looks like whatever we saw going through this wall is about what happened to the other side of this door. So I think if we go through this door, we get to confront whatever the aftermath of that Blue Rose explosion was. Which we might learn something, and we desperately need to learn things. But I was going to suggest running the other direction and seeing if we can find a different path through that doesn't go out to, I think we are pretty sure this is the old mining district on the other side.
We are not probably ready right now to confront whatever's on the other side. Not without getting our spells back, right?
Hard to say. Was I dreaming, or did everybody else in the vision also see somebody who looked like you, Aurora? With stars. And I indicate Aurora's tattoos.
Real quick, because I was gone for a second there. Just real back. The vision, in the vision that we just had, or are we talking about something?
In the vision that you just had, one of the people that was flying up above had that similar appearance when you go Super Saiyan.
Oh, that was a bad thing to miss. What were they doing? Do we figure that out?
They were fighting, not sure for which side, before the explosion happened.
Yeah, so that alone, that one thing makes me say maybe we should open this door anyway and see if we can find out anything about them.
I would not be opposed to that. But I remember there was another elf that whose necklace I wear, and she points that thing around her neck, the magical item that we found.
Right.
So that was a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, Rain, we've seen that elf in a vision as well, I remember.
You're not sure if it's the same person, but yes, they have similar powers. Yes.
Oh. We don't know which side though, so who's to say, you know?
Well, the previous one was fighting an evil cult. Unless there was some kind of a split, I don't see a reason why this one would be evil.
So I have 5 potential heals left. I could also use some of those to do other things. I'm doing okay.
I can still heal too. Although I do think, we should probably get a short rest somewhere.
Okay. So maybe short rest and then try the door. I don't suppose we would be lucky enough to have an atlas here at the gate. Can I do a poke around?
Let me help with that.
Sorry, you're trying to look for what?
Atlas.
Atlas. You don't have to roll for that because there is an atlas right next to the gate.
Oh,
nice. Oh my god. And this is the mining district you said?
You have. Yes.
What?
Yeah. No, yeah, mining district, yeah.
I'm confused. It is the mining district.
Yeah, mining district.
I know exactly what to name this atlas.
What?
And what is this atlas's name, Bree?
Well, I'm gonna go to that atlas, activate it.
Atlas glows and it greets you. Greetings.
I'm gonna designate you Atlas at the mining district or ATM.
Understood. I will be referred to as ATM from now on.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You're happy now?
Reed does have the best atlas names.
We should go hear more, Alfie.
Okay, well, I do have the curiosity, so I am minded to try to peek through the door now. And if it seems bad, we run lickety-split back to this atlas and poof out to Riverbend. But how do the rest of us feel? Do you want to play it safer?
Just so you know, the door is a 30-foot high door. So like that massive gateway. It's like the really large, heavy wooden door. But yes, you might be able to peek in through to the other side a little bit.
Does the door look as if it was actually ever made to open, or is this just massive planks nailed down over what used to be the gate?
You don't have to roll investigation for that because it definitely looked like it's not meant to be open. The zone is sealed with this giant wooden slats.
Yeah. What's sealing it? Have we got like iron nails? Is it some kind of magic?
Not magic. Just giant wood and nails, basically. Just iron nails, the iron fittings, and so on. But something you would notice with your intelligence, you can just jump over the wall if you want to go across. You have to go through the whole, guards again. But yes, you can jump across.
I will point this out to everyone. So we could do another run for our lives across the wall. We are still looking for Petunia. I'm poking at the wooden barrier. This is honestly somewhere where if we could get Petunia and rig up some levers and things, that might work. I'm checking edges and looking around for places where, could a lever be inserted? Can we set up a pulley system potentially?
It's possible. It's definitely possible, yeah.
Petunia is Astrid's horse?
Mule. No. She's a mule.
Mule. Okay.
And, they do say pig stubborn, but honestly ain't no one more pig stubborn than a mule. I'm sure she's out there somewhere.
Ew. How could she have wandered? And we're absolutely sure that she was not eaten by the mob, right?
I surely hope not.
Okay. Okay. She definitely was not eaten by the mob, and we can definitely find her.
Definitely not eaten by the maw. And if it turns out the maw did eat her, then we will poke those spiky things down the maw until it throws her back up.
Great.
I'll go down there and get her myself.
That works too.
Well, let us tie a rope to you first, okay? I just...
Yeah, Avi's gotten a little bit of a hook on this idea. If everyone else wants to settle down and take at least a short rest, I'll use mine, seeing if I can rig some makeshift levers and from any of the debris I can find in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have plenty of rope, and see if I can start setting up a kind of mechanical system to just pull one massive board far enough away that Astrid's the tallest of us, that Astrid and therefore the rest of us can push through.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd like me to roll anything for that, but...
Go ahead, roll me survival for that.
Okay.
Everybody else, are you taking that rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, wait.
Did
I use my
can we
ability?
Sorry.
I won't take the rest. I'll help Vi with what.
Okay, so Vi, you get advantage. Yes, Aurora?
I was gonna ask if Vi needs help.
Oh, there you go.
I definitely need help with survival, so I will gladly take advantage, and if anyone has guidance.
I have guidance. Can we do it for an extended period of time?
You're gonna have to be there for the entire duration, then you can't take the short rest.
I'm missing one of my wild shapes and 5 health.
You might need to.
Yeah, get your wild shape back. If nothing else, maybe with a 14 we can get enough space for you to do the spider thing, and we can try the invisible spider here.
Mm-hmm.
Can my casting guidance the whole time be considered as advantage as well?
My casting...
No,
Oh,
me,
you
as in-
casting guidance. Okay. No, because it's an action to help and an action to cast guidance. You gotta pick one, not or the
But
other.
guidance lasts 1 minute, right?
Yeah, but it disappears after you use it, kind of thing. You have to be
Also,
there for the
like-
duration. Yeah.
She's helping for 9 out of 10 turns.
Yeah, fair.
So, like, while I help, can I also attune to the amulet?
No!
Damn it!
There's a reason you're supposed to take a short rest.
What?
Attune to it.
Help, but I want to attune to it. And then I guess Brie would look a bit like she wants to help, but the amulet.
Bree, don't let go of that rope.
She's just looking at the amulet.
Just nodding, and I'm sorry.
I'd appreciate the thought. Why don't you go sit with your amulet, and I'll fuss around here, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll try something else.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Maybe I can make it fast and come back in, like, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Fine. With that 14, you won't be able to wrap the rope around the wooden. Well, actually, you can. You try to peel off that wooden slats. Try to get the rope behind it. Then you can use your entire force and pulley and everything to pull it open. With that 14, you would be able to kind of sneak the rope behind it a little bit, tie it up. You manage to find one of the what they call it, like stone archway. You kick it a couple of times, seemingly sturdy. You make sure that the the structure won't snap the rope or anything. And you set up the pulley, and you try yourself to do it. And from that test, you get the feeling that you're gonna need more than just Astrid to push open this massive wooden slat here.
Completely fair.
Maybe a very large animal.
Oh, you have something in mind? I'm dusting my hands, settling down. That went extremely well, considering I've mostly just watched the sailors at the docks do things with pulleys and... but yes, you have something in mind, Aurora?
Just gonna think back to what's strong. Bears, horses.
Ox? Can you do an ox?
DM, can I do an ox? Would I have seen one?
It's like CR0 or CR1 or 2, so I'd say you have.
Okay. I've seen a few around the village. I'm pretty sure I can do it.
So you wanna give that a go. You transform into an ox. This is after your short rest, so Astrid's gonna come over and try to pull the wooden slats as well.
Should I do it before the short rest? Or can we do it before the short rest?
No, because Vi would be spending the whole time, setting up the system and everything.
Take a short rest now. Roll my hit. Are you kidding me? Roll my hit points. There we go. And then rest. And then use up one of my features, or one of my wild shapes.
All right.
And I'll spend a little extra time with more rope and rig up the Aurora Ox with a good chest harness.
All right.
So the ox form can really lean in and pull.
All right. So, Aurora, what's your strength score?
Well, with an ox, it's 18.
18.
According to homebrew page. Never mind. Does
I can
D&D
give you the
5e
thing.
have an ox?
I can take a bull, a rothe maybe.
Your strength is 18.
Oh, there you go.
Give you the stat sheet.
God damn.
I'm a druid on the other campaign. I have my nifty sights to help. Okay?
All right. Okay.
Share, please.
All right. So, Aurora transformed to an ox, have the rope tied around her body and everything, getting ready to pull with 18 strength. Astrid, I'm assuming you're joining in as well.
Yeah.
Try to get into it as well. Your strength score is...
The strength is of an ox?
No, for Astrid.
Mm.
No, I mean, wouldn't she have the strength of an ox?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Does she?
It's which one do you want? Because it says 18.
18. All right.
There you go. She does have the strength
She
of an
does
ox.
have a strength of an ox, literally. Nice. All right. So Astrid and the ox kind of get together and it starts to pull. Using the pulley, you're able to amplify your strength a little bit and start to make some work on the door. You can see the wooden sled starts to bend a little bit. You can hear the loud as the wooden begins to like bend and force out of place. You can see the nails kind of quiver in place, as you pull it out. Use the strength to pull this thing out. You managed to make I'd say a cat-sized gap if anyone want to try to jump in right now.
Well, I'm a cat. Does that?
I was gonna say.
You're a humanoid cat, but you're gonna have to squeeze through it basically if you try to let go and then jump in immediately, because you and Aurora is pulling on the wood right now. You tried to pull, but
who's the smallest of us? And I look at Vi.
Yeah, I think right now it's me and Fontaine.
Yep.
Oi, Mr. Fontaine. Come help me take a peeky through here.
All right. He goes over, try to help you to push through. You just want to look, or you guys want to do, go into the other side?
First a look, what's immediately on the other side?
All right. Immediately on the other side, you peek your head and you give it a look.
Can I send my familiar in with them as well?
Oh, you summoned it already just now, so...
I summoned a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say yes, you can.
Yay.
All right. So you command the raven to flutter in as well as Vi. You peek over there and try to give it a look. Immediately in your surrounding, you would be able to see plains, open grassy fields that would have been beautiful if you're able to stay here. You can see there are a couple of flowers, some trees that's dotted the ground. You can see stone walls dividing the area, some of them looking like it used to be kind of like some kind of farm or something like that. But seemingly everything has been overtaken by the weeds. Looking a little bit further, immediately, the first thing you notice is this giant, couple hundreds feet tall, blue mushroom is still hovering over the air. It's basically like the mushroom cloud of an atomic bomb, but instead of it slowly dissipates away, it seems to freeze at its apex. This blue rose-shaped explosion, frozen in time. There are like these blue tendrils that come out from the ground a little bit, coming out of the area. Vi, you would be smart enough to know that this is very clearly a blue rose. A blue rose is one of those weapons that people agree to never use again, because blue rose takes advantage of the contra reaction. What the contra reaction is essentially a mixture between magic and dust. When you mix those two together, it creates an area where essentially poisons that area, not the land, the area where the reaction happened, and then it makes the area inhospitable, and magic is essentially dead within that zone. So people have, and one of the worst thing is, it is very difficult to clean up. It will permanently stay in the area if, whenever such an effect is being used. So this blue rose is still there, means that, yeah, it happened a long time ago, and the blue rose remains till this day. That whole area right now is still poisoned until this day.
Mm. Does it only affect humanoids?
Everything. It affects everything.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there are grasses, if there are weeds.
Yeah.
If that would be any indication that enough of the poison has dissipated, or if if I just know immediately looking at this that this is still a nuclear hotspot, do not enter.
Closer towards the epicenter, definitely. But the immediately right in front of you right now, it is not. It's not poisoned.
Okay.
But yeah, it is. Let me see. I have a ruler here. This is about 1,000. So the epicenter is about about a mile away.
Okay.
Epicenter is about a mile away from where you are right now. And you can go ahead and roll history check if you want to know the details of how big the effects of a blue rose usually is.
Yes, please. Let's see. History 15.
Beautiful 15. Blue rose usually can affect about half a mile away. So yeah, for coming from the epicenter, so from where you are, half a mile in is kind of clean. It was worse during the initial explosion, but now seems it's better. But beyond that, it's still poisoned, probably. And going in there would be bad news for you.
Yeah. Okay, I will wiggle backwards. Fontaine, I'm stuck. Give me a pull.
Pull out of the hole.
Can I say we both stagger back a little bit and sit down hard on our butts?
And immediately, both of you, Aurora and Astrid, who's been holding on to that wood for so long, just let go, and poof, the wooden sled returns to its original place. I'll be a little bit bent now.
Okay, I stand up and dust myself off. Well, we definitely got some more information, and I have had my initial curiosity satisfied. Someone set off a blue rose on the other side of the wall, and it's still there, still frozen, still radiating. We could maybe sneak along right next to the wall on the other side. Those things usually have a range of half a mile. If we think it's worth the gamble, if we stay right next to the wall, we should be out of it. But if we get too close, then we can't use magic anymore, and we start slowly dying, Or maybe rapidly dying?
Rapidly die.
Rapidly die. I didn't see any people out there or remains of anything, just weeds and remains of walls.
Yeah, you don't see undead likes. You don't see bones. You barely see any structures.
Yeah. And that's not surprising, right? That the blue rose blast, does that just kind of vaporize everything?
The ones inside it, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the grass area where you see grass and everything, there should be life.
Anyway, I recount to everybody everything I've seen.
I've updated the map a little bit as well, so you guys will be able to see. In addition to what Astrid saw just now. Vi saw just now, the blue rose and everything, which is over here. BT dubs. That's the epicenter.
Is that how far it reaches, or?
How far it reaches is this.
Okay, I see. That is a very cool module.
It is.
Oh, I see. You made it actually look blue. Okay.
Yes.
Neat. Okay. So I see now. We could stick to the wall here. See what's there.
Yeah. We might provoke more undead on top of the wall if we have to cross it at any point. So, what do we think? Is the risk of sneaking in worth finding anything, or do we try to find another way around?
That is a very good question. I say, is there a way to make ourselves immune to the effects?
I don't think so.
No, not as far as you recall. Argonna, check for me, please.
Wait, is that actually possible?
I'm not good at that. Can someone think for me?
Actually, Arcana? Yeah, Arcana works.
I can help out. I'm not great, but I don't think any of us are that great.
Fair.
So yeah, I will help out.
Well, Jack is, I think, kind of great. If I recall correctly.
I'm very tempted to take that.
Yeah, do it.
Nope, never mind. She's not even proficient. Never mind. So, all right, is it up to you guys then?
What about Delilah? Don't Delilah do the thingy?
Delilah.
Based.
She is proficient. You can ask her.
There you go.
Arcana with advantage, yeah?
Yeah. Guidance.
All right. That's the base. I add guidance. That is a 20.
Nice.
With 20, there is no known way for you guys to resist the effects of a contra reaction. It's there. It is kind of like the rule of the world. But it does deal necrotic damage while you are in there. While it has not been tested, there is a possibility if a creature is immune to necrotic damage, might be able to survive it there.
Hasn't been tested?
No. Because, undead, summon zombies and everything, they're not exactly immune to necrotic. So the easily findable undead have not been tested. It has only been tested with the easily findable undeads, skeleton, zombies, and all that, but they're not immune. Usually the ones that are immune to necrotic damage, they're less cooperative about checking to see if, hey, can you go over there and see if you die?
I'm at best resistant. Wait, but that doesn't mean you can just throw me in there, okay? I do not want to go in there.
Yeah, that might slow it down a little, but that just means you might have more than a minute, which is probably not enough.
No. I heard it's like 5d10 damage or something. That's like a lot.
You heard from a reliable source?
Yeah. My grandma.
I like your grandmother, and very precise woman. I like exact numbers.
Yeah, she specifically said if you see some blue rose, don't go near it. Well, that and some adventurers that would come around and say, "Whoa, I survived the blue rose," but then someone else would say like, "No, you can't. You wouldn't be here if you did," and
Well, perhaps we take Bree's grandmother's advice, and there have to be more ways out of Cogsoot than this. Like I said, my curiosity has been satisfied, and I think that's we're not ready for that at all yet.
Yeah, I mean,
there is this
yeah,
other gate here, just FYI.
There's absolutely that gate. Do we know from the directions Atlas has given us? I didn't think that was city center.
Oh, that's not city center.
Yeah. From what I understand of what Atlas has said so far, we should keep going this way along the wall, or we should follow the road back, cross the river, and keep going further in.
When you were here, he told you to go east. When you were here, he told you to go southeast. Make of that what you will.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think for us, further backing in, unless someone has a wild and crazy idea they want to try, I am here for wild and crazy. Well, that's above the table. Cassia is here for wild and crazy ideas.
As an experienced player in Reigns games, I'm not here for the wild and crazy about this stuff.
What? Good
to know.
Mean? It's always fun to go out of.
How you end up dead?
What? No, really? I don't think so.
You are reported as having TPK'd at least one group of adventurers.
Well, two.
Two, oh my.
3, actually.
No, stop it.
And he uses these bombs as the biggest gun in his arsenal as well. So
yeah.
I don't actually know if it's 5d10. Could be more.
That's actually on the news. Yeah, it is 5d10.
Oh my god, there we go.
I mean, if we were level 25, D10 might be survivable if there are no other effects for us right now.
Well, 5d10 per round. So
per round.
Yeah. So still wouldn't recommend you going it.
Yeah, no, wow. I was getting that impression, and that just confirms my opinion that we should play this one smart and turn around and try another direction.
And don't go into the blue, but like outside of it, it's still it's still okay.
Yeah, I mean, trying not to metagame too much. You said there were a lot of walls. Did it look like we could potentially go all the way around the blue, or would we be inevitably climbing more walls?
The area is kind of hilly, so you're not sure where the where the walls are. You can spend some time exploring that region a little bit and see where you can go and you can't go.
Oh, Aurora does have her familiar out. Aurora, can you send your familiar? How high do we need?
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know, 100 feet up or so, and get a bird's eye view of what we have on the other side.
Aurora's gonna turn to her familiar, kind of press her head against his, and whisper something to it before sending it up into the air.
All right. The bird flies up into the air to get a general idea of the surrounding areas. And I'm assuming you go into the bird's view, right, to see what's up?
Yes.
Looking at the bird's eye view, you can see that the mining district and the dangerous district is not connected. It's two separate zones entirely. And most importantly, you see a gate right over here that you might be able to utilize if you go down through the blue-gray areas. But you don't know what threats in the blue-gray area are. Given one thing that you would note as well is there's the undead-like creatures are everywhere except for blue-gray. Make of that what you will.
They're not immune, possibly.
What?
I mean, obviously the undeads are not immune to the blue rose or necrotic, really.
Or maybe they all died before they became undead.
Either of those, maybe. But that does give us some idea. We could either try for the close gate here, or we can kind of see the curve of the wall now if we just try to follow that around Cogsoot and look for another gate. Also, there was the problem of we might need Petunia to get everybody through the wood here, or we could do a scramble over the wall and hope nobody gets hit by a ballista.
Well, if anything, I can distract the ballista again, and everyone can get across.
That could work, yes.
I admire how you say distract the ballista.
Well, it seems to like me. Okay.
You are very tall, and you swing a maul with a bell on it.
Prime distraction. So, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to go through? Round, long rest, go back. All are open to you. What do you want to do?
Well, personally, I want nothing to do with the blue rose. So some kind of a round would be nice.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good necessarily to go back, but I think that's the good choice here. If we just follow this main road back, if it's a main road, then maybe we'll have a bridge. We can circle around. Astrid, I know you're up for distracting ballistas, but how do you feel, Bree? Any opinions?
Not really. I'm a bit curious what goes on, and we found an amulet of Shepa, and I just want to see what's going on there.
It was dropped under the counter, so I think the easiest explanation for it being there is
coincidence,
Someone
but
left it.
right.
Yeah.
But that means there might be something somewhere else we can find. And we do know there's supposed to be a temple further in.
So if we leave here, where do we go again? What will be our next course of action? We're going back to...
I was going to suggest we follow the main road back this way and hope there's a bridge. Trying not to meta with the map.
And
circle around.
the orb thingy is where again?
The which thingy?
Orb thingy?
The orb, the glowing orb that tries to kill us, the one that responds to sound and whatnot.
Right, that one was over here.
Can you put like a marker or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for the icons. I need more time to prep.
You could just put some generic ones. You
No,
don't need
no,
to
no, no,
draw
no. You gotta
them.
do custom already. Now, what are you talking about?
It's a placeholder.
No. What are you talking about?
Oh my god! I'll draw it myself. Or
Aurora, do you have anything that can make us extra sneaky for going through glowing, soul-eating orb territory?
Do I have something? Yes. Do I have something prepared? Also, yes.
Awesome.
I do have to, out of character, I have to leave. So
Good.
I'll use the passed out trace, I guess,
All
when
right.
we're there. You can just use it from my sheet when that occurs.
All right, fair enough.
I'll catch you guys tomorrow, I guess.
All right.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right. So it'll just be the three of you right now. So you guys want to make your way up towards along this main road and head northwards and see what you find. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, we'll see if we can sneak as far as we can, and maybe if we hit combat, then we'll stop there.
Yeah.
So we can have everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right. So, you guys continue along this road, passing through this whole memorial street that you have here, with those spiritual creatures and undead creatures, with the murals on the wall and wordings on the wall. You continue to push northwards here until you arrive at a particularly kind of like open area in this road, at the center of the road, kind of like haphazardly parked. Like if this is a two-way street, people would, honk at it. But there is, at the center of it, you see this large black metal chariot. It has a shimmering white energy that is surrounding it, a dome that is surrounding it, and a large black chariot just sitting there at the center of the street. Yeah. What do you guys want to do now? You guys want to pursue on, just go around the chariot, not dealing with it? You can continue on ahead towards the bridge if you so wish.
A lot of things inside a dome of light. Does this look like either the stasis bubble or the barrier at the gate? And do I see anyone inside the bubble in the chariot?
You do not see anyone inside the bubble. The enchantment around this one looks different than the one in the stasis, than the one in the wall of light. This one is kind of closer to what you would see if someone casts a shield spell or something. It's a temporary barrier around the chariot. Carriage, I think is a better word for it. Yeah.
And no one has dispel magic today. I think we just try to walk around it.
All right. As you walk past around it, Astrid would notify you guys that she saw someone.
Astrid?
Sorry, not
Astrid?
Astrid. Aurora.
Aurora?
Yeah. Aurora will let you know that she noticed someone running off in this direction. So you guys just about to leave.
Like not undead? Like
Yeah.
the person?
Yeah, and she's actually
Captain.
running off and
Oh my god.
off in that direction.
Is there anything chasing her?
Not by the looks of it. She's gone at this point. So what do you guys want
Oh
to
my
do?
god. Can we chase her? Let's chase her. Wait. Does Fontaine say something like that's the one of the people she saw?
I don't know. I don't see it. Only Aurora saw it.
Oh. Okay, just chase it then. Maybe.
All right. Well, if we're gonna chase it, all chase together. Mr. Fontaine, don't get too far ahead, but see if you can get eyes on the person, and then tag team. Let us know which direction.
And Fontaine run off ahead forward, trying to get on a high ground as he runs off, looking around. As you run, trying to follow this person, on the left side, you see this kind of like really large open area, almost like a town square of sorts. And the one that really catches your eye is there's an atlas right in the distance over there near the river, but you continue to run off to follow. Yeah, you remind yourself there is an atlas somewhere over here.
Oh, there. Okay.
Somewhere over there. As you run, following Fontaine, Fontaine kind of gives you a direction, pointing out to what looks to be a large mansion at the center of this very densely populated areas. You arrive right in front of the mansion's gate just as the gate swings to a close. As you stand in front of this gate, you see you had just enough time to see a person running up some steps, go to the main door, and push the door open and closes it behind, leaving you guys standing in front of this manor. And it is huge. It seems to be made from a different material from the other manors over here, given that it is made from some kind of black stone. The roof is this blood red color by the looks of it, and it has this kind of like gothic style gargoyles and statues of like monsters on the building itself.
Did Aurora say that that's the same person?
The
one that closed the door.
Yes. Aurora would confirm that it was the same person that she saw that ran into that building as well.
Is there any family insignia or emblem?
Go ahead with perception check for me, please.
Perception. Oh, that's so bad.
18. There is. Oh, need to double check. But there is an insignia right in front of the. Sorry, not in front. A little ways back on the door itself, carved onto the door. It has a similar insignia to the one that you found in the house with the stasis man.
Oh, that's the family. What was the family name? I forgot.
I don't think I've ever given it to you.
Yeah,
there was a like a only those. It was it not in the in that message? No, okay. Message that we deciphered, was it not in there?
No, I did not.
Because it was like a member of the I feel like I kind of remember because
it was Delilah looking for it. It was a hunter's family, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. When it was introduced, I just remembered the guy from Castlevania.
Right.
We didn't get a name.
You didn't
We
get a
got
name.
an image, a black stag on a yellow field and a crescent moon.
That is it.
Aw. Yeah. Well, now we have to go inside. Is the gate
Let's
locked?
go inside.
I'm sorry?
Is the gate
the-
locked?
The gate is not locked. You pushed it.
Yep.
Swings open.
I will walk up the path calling, "Hello?"
No replies. You right
Go
now.
right up to the door.
All right.
Knock hard on the door.
Go ahead and make me dexterity saving throw. As you're walking straight through this courtyard before you get to the door, walking past one of the statues, you rolled a 25, which is just enough time for you to leap out of the way before a bottle is flung in your direction. You manage to leap out of the way, but the bottle smashes near your foot and it starts to burn. And you take 10 points of fire damage as the fire burns on the floor in this kind of like green flame, burning for a while. It kind of catches fire at on your boot near your trousers as well, Vi. But you manage to very quickly put it out before it singes you any further as the fire slowly fades away.
I dance in a circle, slapping at myself, throw myself down, and do the roll.
You very quickly put it out, and it goes out. It's not like magical, ever burning fire or anything like that, at the very least. And the fire that was on the floor it also slowly fades out. So.
I will much more cautiously, avoiding any other statues or suspicious-looking sculpted plants, bushes, try to make my way up to the front door.
You go ahead and roll investigation check for me as you keep an eye very carefully. 16. All right. You keep an eye around, try to see if there's any traps where you are so far. You reach up to the door and you're just about to open it, and then you realize the person that went inside, it's a double door. The person that went inside used the right door to go inside. While you were just about to open both, you realize the one on the left door has a string, very thin string that goes up into the door, and then you can't see where it leads off to. You figured, not good.
Do I think I can knock on the right-hand door without setting off any traps?
You can certainly try. Go ahead, roll sleight of hand for me as you very deftly knock the door as to not trigger any traps.
I should have let Fontaine do this. Here we go.
Ooh, 17! Ding, 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 ding.
And I'm going to call out, "Hello? Hello in there! We just got dropped in here a little while ago. We're not out to eat souls or hearts or skulls or heads or anything. We may have found a relative of yours, and we would love to trade some information, possibly money, if you're into that kind of thing."
I don't have money.
We have a little money.
Oh, okay.
So I am proposing a mutually profitable trade of information and or goods. Are you interested?
You wait for a moment, hoping for a reply. Then you notice one more thing. The door was broken into.
Oh, that's not the.
I call to the rest of the group. And they might not be related to our mysterious bubble person. They might just be squatting here. I keep half my attention behind me if anyone tries to, reach back through the door and stab me.
Fair.
But on the other hand, we might want to do some investigating
ourselves. Watch out for the statues. They throw fire. Stop laughing. Mr. Fontaine, get up here and help me look for traps.
All right. I feel like you're better at this thing than I do. He goes forward.
Nonsense. This is your ballywick. Come help.
All right. So he goes forward with the two of you as you push open the door and walk inside the mansion to find this person hiding inside. And I think this is a good spot for us to end today as you go into the mansion, and I can plan for that week. As you guys enter the mansion and try to find this new inhabitant that you may or may not assist you in what do you call, figuring out what's up with the man in the boat. So thank you very much everybody for playing, guys. We're gonna stop here for now, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for some Arc of the 12. All right.
Woohoo.
Okay. And stream.